How you doing, everybody? This is Mike from Lumin Lights, and this tutorial will teach you how to use our wireless DMX box in combination with our wireless DMX stick, which is a very popular item because of its small size, compact body, and ease of use. Alright, now just to recap a few things in case you didn't catch the tutorials on each individual unit. The stick has 7 groups that it can transmit on. The groups are represented by color on this small LED right here. We're flashing green right now. That just means we're receiving a DMX signal, but I'll go over that in a minute. The sticks can have, if you're using a stick as a transmitter, for every transmitter according to the manufacturer's specifications, you can have 7 receivers. We've actually used more than 7 with one transmitter and not had a problem, but we like to quote everything according to manufacturer specifications. After you've used up 7 receivers, if you need to expand your DMX system and you need more wireless receivers, you would take another unit, set it as a transmitter, put it to the output of your last light in your DMX chain. That becomes a secondary transmitter. You would get a small paper clip, push the tiny button inside, and change the color. The first color, channel 1, is red. The second color or channel would be channel 2, which would be green. Set it to the second color, which is green, and then take another 7 receiver units, plug them into your next 7 lights, or however you're going to space it out, and set them all to green so they're on channel 2. So now you have 14 receivers and 2 transmitters, and if you need to expand that, you can do it again and again, up to 7 different groups you have on the stick. Now the box has a little more capability. If you're using a box in a box, you have 16 groups or group IDs that you can assign on the box. So the same thing as the stick, only when you get to 16 receivers and you need to go more than 16, take another unit, set it as a transmitter from the DMX output of a light, set it to channel 2 or the next channel wherever you are in your group ID channels, and then set another 16 receivers to channel 2 so they match. But this tutorial, that was a brief recap. This tutorial is showing you how to use your stick with a box. Now, the stick, as we said, has 7 channels, and the channels are represented by colors, starting with red being channel 1. Now, if you look here on the stick, I'm going to take the little paper clip and the little hole, and there's a button in there. The first time you press it, it's not going to change the channel, but at first it's going to show you what channel you're on. So I press it. You see it's on red, and now it's going to flash green again. So we're on channel 1 with this particular stick set as the receiver. We have our DMX box set to ID1, which is group 1 or channel 1. So that's why the box is transmitting and the stick is receiving. Now if we were to change the channel or the group setting of the stick from red, which is channel 1, and put it to green, which is channel 2, and if you just watch here, I'll show you. There's red, I went 2, there's yellow. Now we're on the yellow channel, and this is not going to flash green. It's going to stay steady on yellow because we are now on channel 3 of the receiver, but we're still on channel 1 for the transmitter. So to remedy the situation, if you needed to change channels for whatever reason, you would just take your box and change your ID to channel 3. There's 2, and there's 3. Now I'm transmitting on channel 3, and if we look at our stick, it is blinking green, meaning that it is receiving a signal. Now you can use 7 receivers if you follow the manufacturer's specs on the stick, which says 1 transmitter to 7 receivers. If you need to go more than 7 receivers, you would take another box and set it as a secondary transmitter on the 7th light, plug it into the DMX output of that light, set it to channel 2, and set your next 7 sticks as receivers and set them to channel 2. But you don't have to use another box as a secondary transmitter. You can use one of the sticks as a transmitter. Since it will be coming out of a light, you want to take up as little room as possible. Plug a stick, a male end stick, into the light, into the DMX out. That becomes a transmitter. Push the button inside, set it to channel 2, and then take your next 7 stick receivers and set their channels to channel 2 accordingly. So you can combine transmitters, the stick and the box, use both of them as transmitters in a DMX line with more than one group of fixtures. You can use the boxes as exclusive transmitters and use the sticks as receivers. However you want to do it, you just have to make sure that whatever your transmitter is on, as far as the group channel, you have your receiver set to the same channel. And that's how you use the stick in combination with the DMX wireless box. Hope this video has been informative. If you have any further questions or would like to place an order, please contact us at luminlights.com.